Hi, this is Ren. This is the second round of Survival Challenge. This one's pretty straightforward. There's a couple tricks though that I think I want to share. This is actually a nice round where you just suffer and suck it up. And you'll find that there's a lot of locations for picking up food, picking up water, and even getting rested. So you don't really need to spend much of your backpack items on this entire level. And you can even take a look at your list of accomplishments, and there's some things like drinking out of a toilet or even ending it with no food and no water that level two is pretty good for completing those accomplishments. So you can see right here at the start, I came in with zero food and already back up to 800. See, now I was hurt. Well, look at that. Almost already fully healed. So we're just going to continue along. Oh, oh, I had a chance I probably could have Hi, Dom Void. I actually wanted to rescue you, but I didn't have a chance to get my backpack out, and it looks like I can't get my backpack out. I should have hit the pause button really quick. Okay, so we're going to pat him and move on. Wonderful. Um, so here we can take expired milk, roasted frog, or mineral water. I'm going to go take the mineral water for now. The other ones would be food. Roasted frog gives you a good amount of food, a little bit of unhappiness. Okay, so you can see my water was out. I was starting to get hurt. But this fire hydrant, I can actually just drink at twice. Now we're already back to 800. Collect some water, some more mineral water. So here I haven't, in the first round or so far this second round, used a single item from my backpack. Pretty nice, right? And it's not intuitive. So that's the tip I wanted to share with this video. And then on the next video, we'll take a closer look at the accomplishments. Because Lucky, who starts showing up on the third round, and depending on what she gives you, that actually opens up a bunch of secret accomplishments. So this level two is pretty straightforward. You can see that I'm already uh, pretty high health, high happiness. Food and water is kind of slowly going down. Here's where you can turn in a potato for a half a rabbit. You definitely want to do this because if you look in your backpack, you'll see that a rabbit is 700 food. That's one of the best items for food that I've seen so far. Doesn't decrease your happiness. There's a fair amount of items that will give you some food, but actually decrease your happiness. Now, instructor is usually comes up with a question. What should be done with the body of an infected? We burn it. Well, of course. So some of the instruct ones are, I think, a bit random on the later levels, but this one I believe is always the same. Now, this is another event that's not intuitive. There is an accomplishment for begging and robbing. So you should always beg and you should always rob. It's not intuitive. Poor police officer, right? So this is to work on your accomplishment. What do you need the accomplishments for? Well, eventually you work to a frame that gives you a permanent increase to your defense stats. And for completionists like myself, well, you want to complete everything. So you're going to have to rob and beg to that poor police officer and come back to these levels multiple times as it comes out. You actually have to kind of grind this event to finish all of your accomplishments. Okay, so we're at the toolbox. We can take a quick look here at the end and you can see sort of a bunch of the different items I have. Let's give it a second right after this cart. Okay, we're going to search the cart. All right, so just before we go a little further, you'll see my backpack here. Again, I haven't used anything in the first or second stage. I have no food and no water, but my backpack's looking pretty good. And what I found is even at the beginning of the third, you'll be able to restock a bit. So we're going to finish this level really low on food and water, right around 97, 98%. That's when you get your usual infected fight that ends the range. Uh, you can see this will go pretty quick. And basically, we'll go into the next stage with a loaded backpack, but no food and no water. Again, there's an accomplishment for ending with no food and no water. So pretty straightforward. Do stage one and stage two, don't use anything. You'll actually end up with reasonable health and a pretty full backpack. All right, we'll see you in the next video for the The survival challenge number 3.